Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be talking about cabin crew training, the modules you will have. I will tell you the number of modules, also what will you have in every module, and of course I will give you some tips on how to succeed and what will happen if you fail. And keep on watching till the end because of course story time, you don't want to miss story time, and this story is about me and I want you to learn from my experience, how I had my training, what did I do, how did I succeed, how much did I get. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not with us. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, poop. And let's start. I will first say join us on Instagram, guys. Please, if you're interested, join us on Instagram. I personally want to learn from each and everyone's experience. I want you to share your experience with everyone else. We do live on Instagram and I want you to join us in that live. I will just make you pop up with me in the live. You can talk about your experience. You can ask me any question you want, professional question, and I will answer you. I can help you as well. Make up your own scenario if you want. You can tell me what you want in that live while you're live with me. And also I want you to tell me in the comment section at what time you like to do the live, and please tell the also write the location time, so I know, because times are different and I know that many of you are from everywhere, so we need to have a specific time so we're all online for that live so we can help each other. And I'm trying to learn from you guys, you learn from me, and everyone learn from each other, so we develop ourselves. And I'm not just saying that to say that, I mean it. And live is the best the best way to do it after the YouTube videos. Okay, so make sure you come there and join us on Instagram, and make sure you tell me the time that you like, the day as well, anything that you like, the topics that you like to talk about, everything in the comment section and also on Instagram. So, and let's start with talking about the training. I will not lie to you and tell you that the training is easy. It is not easy at all. It is very tricky and it consumes a lot of time. It's 2 months of training. When they hire you and you go to Dubai or to Doha, you will have 2 months of training. For Qatar Airways is only 7 weeks, not 8 weeks like Emirates. And it is very compressed. I don't know if it exists in English, but yeah, I like to invent my own words, by the way. If you don't know me, personally, I invent so many words in Arabic and French and in English. I use my own dictionary sometimes. I just talk and I use a word and they're like, hey, what language is this? And I'm like, whatever, you just got me, you know what I mean. So khalas, it's my own word. I like to do that a lot. I think because I'm too lazy to try to remember words. I just invent my own words. Yes, back to the topic. You will have to learn so much in 2 months after you join the company and they send you the ticket and you go to Doha or to Dubai and you start your training. After 2 days, trust me, you will be shocked from the amount of study that you have to do. You will study like a slave. You will feel like you're a slave. Trust me when I say that. I studied 2 things at the same time. I studied architecture and English at the same time in different colleges, universities, and I had masters in both of them at the same time. So I didn't study one and then I finished one and I went and I studied the other one. No, I studied them at the same time and I found it easier. Can you imagine? Because you have to learn so many new terms. You cannot imagine how many terms you have to learn, how many things you have to memorize, and then you just go and have your exam in front of the computer and you sit in front of the computer and you're so stressed and you imagine yourself that you failed. It's so stressful. Trust me when I tell you, it is very stressful and it is very hard You know, it's not very like, you know, you have to be super smart to succeed. No, but you have to be dedicated. You have to like specialize a time for it. When you are in training, please guys, don't go out a lot. Don't, because I know people who were fired because they went out and they didn't study every single day. I remember I used to go out every single day, but I studied every single day as well. I sleep not that much, so you know I manage, but other people, they like to sleep and they like to go out, so they cannot, you know, manage both of them at the same time. This is what I can tell you here, and of course I will talk about the modules, how to succeed, and so many other things. So basically, when you start your training, the first module is called SEP, and the SEP, you study everything about the aircraft. It's like you feel like you are going to be an aircraft engineer. Really, I'm not joking here. You will study everything about the aircraft, like every single part about the aircraft, and you need that in case there's an emergency, you know, and they will teach you how to behave when there's an emergency. You will even operate, you know, in simulators like aircraft, and you open it and you slide, so many things. You open it and you let the door go, you open the door in a normal way, so many things that you learn in that time, and it is fun. But if you don't study, you will feel like you're like losing everything, you know, especially with the terms. Like terminology is quite like, you know, tricky, so please make sure you focus in that time. You study every single day, you take notes about everything that the instructor and the teacher is telling you, everything. Do not rely on that, because we have a big manual like this. Do not rely on that. Yes, of course we have to study that, but if you study that, you will not learn everything like in that smooth way, you know. Because I remember I am someone very competitive, and when I see people, you know, trying to answer, I'm like, you know, in training college, I was like this. Anything the instructor asks us, I'm like, and he's like, yeah, Hajar. I like to answer, I like to study, I like to learn everything, you know, fast, so I beat them, you know. I'm like, yes, I know it, yes. They like me in that training college, but then at the same time, they're like, Hajar, shut up. You talk so much, you know, let us talk, shut up. But, you know, they know that I didn't mean it, because they already got to know me. I talk so much, as you know already, so I talk so much to them. And they know that I don't mean, you know, like I just like to do everything. And when someone tries to answer, I'm like, you know, trying to tell them what the answer is. I'm like this. So basically you can be like this. This will be good for you, because you will just like memorize everything. If you study every single day and you want to win, then you will do it, trust me. Anyways, and this is about SEP, so you will study all about the aircraft. You finish SEP, you will have to have an exam and succeed in SEP to pass to the other modules. So every module that you study, you will have to have an exam in it, so you can pass to the other stage, you know. And then you will have an exam in front of the computer. You will have half an hour, and they will give you 20 questions. 20 questions, each question will have 4 choices, and the choices are very similar. So if you don't focus on the terminology when you study, then you will fail. Okay, focus so much, do not stress during that test, because if you stress, then you will just, you know, you will not even see anything, because, you know, stress tends to make your eyes blurry, and you know what I mean. Because I get stressed a lot. I'm someone who, like, you know, stress gets me for real, like because I want to be the best, so stress gets me. Please don't be like me in this one. Focus that so much and succeed in that one, and then pass to the other module. The next module is GMT. GMT is all about medicals, you know, because we have medical cases on board, so of course you will study about medicals. And this one I did not find it hard at all. Like, yes, the terminology is quite tricky, but it was easy. For me, it was easy, you know, like it was good. I studied it, khalas, and then the practical exam is really cool. You know, you have a practical exam and then theoretical exams. The practical ones are really cool. Like you will have models, you know, like, you know, the models one, not the human models, normal models. And you practice on them, you give birth to the baby like on those models as well. We like, they teach us how to like give birth to a mother, and so many things that we deal with, like when someone faints, what we do, when someone vomits, what we do, when someone have a heart attack, what we do, when someone anything, you know, like so many scenarios that you will have, and you will learn so much, and you will actually use that in your daily life. This is like so cool because you will use it in your daily life. You will learn so much, and this is why I loved it. I felt like I use this in my life, you know, in my normal life. I use this. If someone faints in front of me, I will know how to deal with him. If someone has a seizure, because I was afraid of seizures. If I see someone having a seizure, I'll be like, meh. But no, after this, when you see someone having a seizure, you will know how to handle that person. This is really cool. And then, of course, you will have an exam, as I told you, practical exam, and it's really good. It's just fun. But the theoretical exam, the same thing, half an hour, 20 questions. You will have 4 choices for each question, and it's amazing. You know, one is easy, but I know people who failed it, to be honest with you, because maybe they didn't focus so much on the terminology. So again, you will have to study every single day. And then you will move to the next one module, which is safety. Safety, they will teach you how to defend yourself. You know, like we had to restrain so many customers on board. You can just Google it and you will see that the highest one is Bangkok. I don't know if that's online, but the highest one that we have to restrain customers is on Bangkok flight. And then we have also Russia flight, because, you know, they get drunk and then they try to, you know, misbehave, and then of course we give them final warning, and then after the final warning, if they do anything, we will restrain them, and then they will be blacklisted from Emirates forever. So yeah, you will just study about this. Oh my god, and this is the easiest. It's amazing, you know, you will just have fun, you know, it's like we're fighting how to knock someone down. Oh, I had so much fun with them in this, you know. Oh my god, I loved it. I will not lie, I loved it, you know. I was like, ooh, ha, ha. It was so nice. I loved it. I wish I can go back to that time. It was really, really nice. And then, of course, you will have practical exam and then theoretical exam, the same thing. You will have half an hour and you will have to answer 20 questions with 4 choices, the same thing. And then the last module is service, 5-star service. And this is, it depends on your instructor. With some instructors it's easy, with some instructors it's, you know, they will just start picking on you. So it depends. I've had Katie, and she was, I still remember her because she was a purser and she was an instructor at the same time, and she was a piece of cake, for real. She was so sweet and so nice to everyone, and she was so understanding, and she was amazing. And this is easy. They will just teach you how to serve food on board with the real standards, but then when you start flying, you will forget those standards. You will have your own standards, because of course we don't have time sometimes, so we just have to rush. Yeah, this is like, but then you can be reported if you don't follow the correct standards. So when you see a purser or supervisor next to you, do it exactly how you're supposed to do it. But if they're not there, just, you know, nice, of course, but you know what I mean, like don't too much. You don't have to talk to each customer for like 15 minutes, otherwise you will never finish the service, you will never finish anything. But of course, don't be rude, be nice, of course, you know, like normal customer service. How to call it? Oh my god, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Anyways, and you finish your training, this one as well, you will have an exam for it. Khalas, the same thing like I told you. You have the practical one and the theoretical one. You finish them, they will send you to start flying. If you succeed, they will send you to start flying. After 4 months, you will come back, you will have a quick exam, and you will, like all of these modules at the same time, 40 minutes, and you will have 40 questions. You have to answer them. You see, you get me here, right? This is after 4 months. And then if you fail from the first time, when you are still like doing your training, they will still send you to fly for 4 months. And then when you have to come back, like when you come back, like the others who succeeded, when they come back, they will have the quick exam, but you will have to do everything all over again. You will have to have all of the exams, and if you fail, bye, they will fire you immediately, no notice, nothing. But if you succeed, then you're fine, you know. So they will give you a tiny little chance, and this is generous of them, you know. This is nice because you failed and then they gave you a chance. They let you fly, and love this Emirates for this. They let you fly for 4 months. They let you enjoy. They're testing you. If you have really potential, they can, you know, they're giving you a second chance to see, really. And of course you will see as well, when you start flying, you will have everything, you know, all of the things that you studied, you will see them in real life and you will practice them. So they're testing you. If maybe you're not very a theoretical person, but you're a practical person, when you start flying, you're practical, you practice on everything, then you know everything, but you still have to study the theoretical part. You get me, right? This is the thing about firing you, don't firing you if you like succeed or don't succeed. And you know, you have to study every single day. This is my tip to you. Study every single day. This is the only way to succeed in those exams. Some people are geniuses. I've had one guy and he was a genius. I was like, dude, you know, I was so jealous of him, you know. I was like, oh, how can you know? But of course I tell him like this, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want him not to have that, you know, brain anymore, but I wanted to be like him. I all the time tell him like, how, you never study, you know, you're so smart. You always like, you know, answer, always talk to him like this. It was so smart. He's a musician. He was so smart, mashallah, for real, mashallah. Anyways, this is the thing. If you want to see the exact, you know, the big book, I can help you with that. I have it, but I don't know if a video about it will help you, because I think it will be too long. I'll have to divide it into like 1,000 videos. It will be too much even for me to do it, because I will have to go through it all over again. And we can figure out something, you know, if you want me to, like, you know, show it to you guys, I can help you with that. And let's go to story time. As I told you, story time is about me in training college. When I started, I was a brat. I think you can tell, you know, you can tell. Even now, I'm still a little bit, you know, like, give me that, don't do that for me, ooh, la, 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 la. I'm that kind of person when I'm with people that I love, but back then I was like this with everyone. I literally don't know someone, but I'm like, oh no, you're not supposed to do that. Oh no, oh do that for me, oh do that for me, oh do that for me. I was like, oh my god, a brat, for real. And anyway, so I went in training college. I liked it. It was challenging, but I liked it, and I talked to everyone. I made friends with everyone, but I was like all the time studying just to, you know, because I want the first grade, for real. Like, I want to have 100%. And I was so jealous every single time someone has 100%. One time I remember I had 98% and this girl had 100%. And I was like, I didn't know that you study this much, you know. And the problem is, whenever I ask her, you know, did you do well, you know, when we leave the exam room, I'm like, did you do well? She's like, oh my god, no, I don't think, no, it was horrible. Oh no. And then 100% in everything. My god, I was shocked. You know, like, how can you have 100% and you're lying to me, telling me that you didn't do well? Liar. And you know the grade already. Then, you know, after you will just have like all the marks together combined. So she knows that she had 100% and she said, no, I didn't do well. Oh no. Ugh, I hate people when they do this to me, you know, because I leave the room and I'm like, I think I did that mistake. Khalas, but I did well on the other thing. I'm not saying like I didn't do well. Yeah, anyways, I have a tip here. So I had a trainer, I will not say the nationality, but I had one trainer, and you know, like, I don't know, I'm new, you know, you don't know so many things when you go there. Even if you think you know everything, when you go there, you don't know so many things, and you can like be lied to, and you will not, you know, that you're in that position. For me, like, instructors, teachers, they were like my role model, you know. When you're new, like those, oh my god, instructor, he's a supervisor, wow, you're new. Everything will be like, wow, to you, you know. So for me, like, anyways, he's like, oh, let's be friends, because I told you I'm crazy. I'm literally crazy. Like I'm all the time every time. And then like my colleagues, they're like, how you are not reported for this, you're too crazy. But I just want to, like, I like to make people laugh, you know, this is what I do this. But then even the instructors, you know, they do like me for like being crazy, because, you know, then the session will not be boring, because I don't like, you know, I'm like all the time, you know, but at the same time I study a lot. So this instructor, he was like, yeah, we should keep in touch, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, of course. And he added me on Facebook, we were friends. And he was all the time hating on me. I was like, you know, this is weird. And I thought he wanted to be friends, you know, but then it was so weird. So they basically try to use new people. And he's married, imagine. Try to use a new like girls, because we're new, we're like, oh, they know we're like, wow, to instructors. So basically they try to do that. This is what I figured out after, because he's like, oh, come to my place with your friends, we have fun. I'm like, no, it's fine, we will just go out, we don't like places, you know, we'll go out if you want, come join us. So he was basically like hating on me, you know, he was trying on me, and he's married with kids. Like some people are like, you know, so guys, okay, girls, girls, please be careful when you go. You will have so many married cabin crew, and they will not tell you. So many like senior cabin crew are married, and they will not tell you that they're married. They can block you on Instagram, on Facebook, Instagram, so you don't see their pictures, and they act like they're single and they're serious with you. Really be careful, because the junior ones are always the ones who are like used. So please be careful, okay, please. And yeah, don't trust everyone as well, you know, it does not matter, but some of them don't want to be your friends only, you know, they want to use you. So please be careful, and please join us on Instagram, so we go live together and we talk about everything together. Really like this, especially like for you guys, like everywhere, just tell me the time that suits you, so you are online and we just have conversations, so we can help each other. And if you're new with us, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up if you like the video, share the video if you want, and if you think that this is helpful, and see you on the other videos, and bye bye.